Go ahead.
Coach, can you speak on your defensive effort tonight, knowing how hot they were over their 4-game winning streak, and to limit them to 59 and to have 12 blocks, the 27-0 fast break advantage, and then limiting them to 19 free throw attempts when they shoot over 27, I think, a game. It's 10th in the nation. But were you pleased with the defensive effort from your team?
I am very pleased. And your question with the stats is really how we looked at it. We thought we were playing against a very, very good offensive team and an experienced group. Like you said, anytime you see that top 10 in an offensive category, which is free throws, the drawing fouls, living at the free throw line, that's a concern. And I thought our team did a good job. We've been getting better defensively. We have. I thought against UC last Saturday, we had a good effort for most of the game. And tonight, I thought we built on it. We had a good week of practice. It's something that I think we have a lot of pride in. Me as a coach, building our program, you have to be tough-minded defensively. You have to be able to get stops. You have to have an identity in a way of playing. It's not always fun, the path in getting there, but it's what we're after, is to continue to improve and be able to win different ways. On the road, in a conference like the Big East, you have to be able to hold serve and get defensive stops and be able to be hard to score against and run good offense. But, yes, I was pleased with our effort. I thought that we continue to show improvement on our defensive side of the ball. And look, Winthrop, they do a really good job. Mark does. Their offense, driving the ball through you, And they had a bad night from the line. If they would have shot better from the free throw line, I think the game could have been different. I still think we were in control, but clearly that helped our cause when you look at the final score.
Two guys, Abu and Gitas, have been in and out of the starting lineup. Have you been pleased with the way they've responded? First with Abu over the last 3 or 4 games. Obviously the shootout was big, and you called him one of your 4 big leaders. And then Gitas tonight off the bench, 9 points in the first half. I think he finished 1 rebound shy of a double-double.
It was good to see Gitas play that way. It's been a few weeks. I think that's when he's at his best, and my hope is that the role that we currently have for him is the best role for him to continue to develop, which is, coming in off the bench, because he's such an unselfish player, does so many different things. Banked a 3 in, thank God, I went in, we'll take it. But he does a lot of things, and he's experienced. Gitas is not a freshman, and our team craves experience, guys that have been through big games, and I think Gitas gives us some of that off the bench. In terms of Abu, I thought he had some good moments tonight and maybe not so good, but he's had 19 rebounds in the last 2 games, so we'll take that. 10 against UC, and then he followed that effort up with getting 9 more here tonight. And, if he scores 1 around the rim or makes a free throw or one ball finds him, he's right there on a double-double. So I do like how he's rebounding.
Sean, that 4 or 5 minute stretch just early in the second half where they went on the run and then you guys answered back with a run of your own. First of all, was there anything that stood out to you during that run that you guys weren't doing well? And then second of all, how did you like the way your guys responded after that and kind of kept them at a distance the rest of the way?
Yeah, we have to build our depth. It reminds me of the situation we had last year where, you're really, riding your starters. And look, these guys, college basketball is a 40-minute game. Nobody likes to come out. They all like to play. But can we get that sustained effort level on defense, on offense, and play at a fast pace? It's nice when you can sub a little bit, and we've struggled mightily. A big reason that we're 6-5 is just our lack of production, game in, game out, from our bench. We're working on it. I believe in the players. Some of those guys are young, but you have to come in and be responsible. You can't turn the ball over. You have to dunk the ball and score it. Can't miss dunks. All those things, or else we're better off just riding the starters. And I said it after the UC game. We're going to play those guys more. We did it again tonight, but that doesn't mean that we don't need more production from our bench. We as a coaching staff have to continue to develop those guys in between games, make sure they know that we need them, that we believe in them. But they're not going to be given playing time just because they're over there. They have to earn it. And there's been too many instances when we've gone to the bench and subbed, and it's worked against us. I really go back to the Delaware game as a great example of that.
And then when you guys came out of that, I mean, it seemed like it was like Quincy, Desmond, Quincy, boom, 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 7 points. I mean, that just shows some leadership from those guys understanding the moment. Yeah,
I mean, look, I can't say enough good things about Quincy. I mean, it's now, I think, 4 or 5 games in a row. The man he was covering tonight had a couple threes, but I never really felt it was because Quincy was lackadaisical or in the wrong spot. Sometimes a guy makes them. But his effort, his shooting, his consistency, his leadership, he's really, really becoming a good player for us. And I thought you can make the case this might have been Dez's overall best game of the year, because what we're trying to do with him is really get him to be a playmaker. Dez can do so many things to help you win. Scoring, making a three, that's just 2 of 8. You know, tonight he's rebounding, he's defending, 6 assists, I believe he had, 1 turnover. That's like back-to-back games he's done that. And he could just do a lot of things. And again, he's getting more comfortable in that role. And I really like Davion. I mean, just in terms of, you know what you're going to get from him. I was thrilled to see him take the 3-point shot late in the game. We want him to do that. And he's really working hard on his 3-point shooting right now. But he's doing a really good job as our point guard.
Sean, we asked the guys earlier about the fast break advantage you guys had, obviously 27-0. They said it's been a huge thing you guys have been working on in practice. Can you kind of discuss for us, the coaching staff, your guys' comfortability with what you're seeing and how they're growing on that end?
We want to play with fast pace. We want to play a lot faster than we're currently playing. That's what I hope is part of our identity, you know, creating really good opportunities, constantly putting pressure on the defense. I think it's an exciting way of playing. It's a way that if I'm a young player, to me, that's how the game's played in 2023. So we want to play it at a fast pace. You can wear the other team down. And again, as our bench develops, that right there becomes better, easier to do, more consistent to do. Not as easy to do when you're playing 5.5, 6 players. So that's why I believe the development of our bench, getting those guys better in between games is really crucial to our season moving forward.
And then you guys continue to have a nice gap between your assist to turnover ratio. You had a +7 today. I know the turnover is probably a little more than you kind of expect from them, but what is that doing for your offense as well as kind of opening the floor up for you guys?
Yeah, we had 19 assists, and you know, I can count, I guess, 2 that just, I'd call them like 95% shots, right? Like, how can you miss that? So, I mean, we were right there on that threshold of 20 assists. It's hard to get 20 assists in a college game. I think our guys are sharing the ball. There are times when the recipient of the pass has to finish a little bit better. A year ago, that wasn't as big of a problem as it is with this year's team.
One last question. Anybody?
Again, want to thank our crowd. I know our students are headed home for break, and it was just awesome on a Saturday night. We're lucky to play in the Cintas Center. Nobody has to remind me that it's not like this at very many places, and you know, just really appreciate the crowd being here for us. And I think I've said it a million times almost this year. Our best basketball is in front of us. We just have to get there. We have to get there. So I'm thrilled that we were able to win tonight.